What is up, YouTube and all my fish keeping friends? How is everybody doing out there in Fish Tank Land? Hope you guys are enjoying your Sunday afternoon. I think everything's working. I think I'm live. It looks good. Let me double check. Everything looks good to me. Anyways, hope you guys are doing well. Hope everybody's enjoying, relaxing their Sunday, enjoying their Sunday. Let's see who's up in here already. I got Papa Harden up in the house already. Like second in the chat, it looks like. Let's see. I don't know what's going on with my chat. It looks like everything is frozen. Totally frozen. Oh, nope. Things are moving. Now things are moving. I don't know. Anyways, hope you guys are doing good. I've been really, really busy, to be completely honest. I'm a little frustrated, a little bummed in a ways because, I feel pressure to create content on YouTube. I enjoy making content on YouTube. And not being able to do that right now is very hard. Believe me, it's frustrating, but I know that in the end it's all gonna work out, and we're getting a little closer and closer. I'm 7 weeks into this contract now, 1 week down, and I'm a little excited about that. Deanna Somerville, good to see you here as well. Mikey M, Griffin's Fish Room, how are you? William Jansen, what's up, man? I hope you're doing well. I appreciate all your support, man, and all your kind words. Daryl Dimmer, how are you? Tampa Tom, what's up? Maria, what's up? How are you? Let's see. Carrie, I was enjoying that stream earlier today. That was awesome. You guys did pretty good. I was loving that. I was trying to work at the same time. As most of you know, I'm working in a restaurant right now. I'm actually contracted as a consultant to help with the startup of this restaurant. And I'm 1 week into an 8-week contract, and then as soon as that's over, I'm out of here. I already have a plane ticket ready to go, and besides that, it's in my contract that I'm leaving from the 12th to the 16th to be in New Jersey for the New Jersey? Is it the Big Fish deal? And I look forward to that. Amber is on the road, or she's about to be on the road in a little bit. I don't know where she's at right now, but she should be getting on the road this evening, and she's got a lot of talks going on. To be honest, I can't keep up with it all. She's supposedly going to be speaking at the GCCA coming up here, and like 2 other fish clubs, and that's all before the Big Fish deal. So she's already hitting the road right now to do a few talks and then make her way to the Big Fish deal, and I will meet her there, and I'm looking forward to that. That's the 12th. I'll be flying out of here, so I've got a couple of weeks, not even, like less than 2 weeks of hustling on this restaurant, and I just keep telling myself that there's a light at the end of the tunnel here, and I just can't wait to be in a different space, up there in Vermont, and be able to actually sit down with the camera whenever I need to, and be able to just share with you guys and film content, edit, and really work on some of these fish. Amber has been putting together a lot of different groups of fish for us to be working on. She's got her stuff that she's into. She's been hoarding a few things. The CCAC is on the 5th as well. The Indy in Indianapolis. That's another thing. I know that she's doing that. That's a fish club. I think that's the one that Haley goes to. Haley's Fish Club. Let's see. Moonstone, how are you? Good to see you here. Lumpy Dog, I don't know if I said hi already, but good to see you here as well. Minoski Tanks, what's up? Deanna Somerville, hope you're doing well. Hope you're staying dry over there. It's been a rainy, well, at least the first half of the day was rainy here. It's nice for a Sunday. It was a good reason to stay inside. I had to run back and forth from the restaurant, working on the computer. I'm pretty much writing all the processes and systems for the kitchen in this restaurant. I'm basically I'm consulting with them to create the back of the house, all the processes, the systems, the recipes, the menu, and pass that off to the staff that they hire. I am not necessarily taking on the executive chef position. That's not my goal in this situation. It's to, if anything, train the executive chef if he does not already know how to work with like Naples style pizza dough, like brick oven pizza dough, and work with the 850 degree brick oven. So it is a specialty thing. It definitely requires a little bit of more skill than just American style pizza, New York style pizza, which I've done a lot of. The dough is a lot softer. It's a lot more delicate, and the oven is a lot hotter, and it moves so much quicker. It's a hustle. It's a fast-paced thing. So we did a little soft opening, kind of like a little speakeasy the other night. It was a wild little party. It was a private concert. I was not really ready, but I put out about 15, 20 pizzas that night for this little private party, and it worked out pretty good. The pizzas worked out. The dough there was no salt. I didn't put salt in it, but the key with good bread, really salt gets in the way. Salt's for flavor, but when you're trying to work with the yeast and good flour, it's nice to keep the salt out as long as possible and add it later. So that's kind of how I like to roll with that. I like to just kind of hold the salt back, and then in this situation, I didn't. The next day, I was like, I'm over it. I'm not adding salt because I mix this dough by hand. My dough mixer is broken right now, so the dough mixer so at this point, I'm just waiting for them to get me a working dough mixer, and I pretty much am at the point where I'm a teacher, but I need the right tools to teach. So without a proper dough mixer, I can't be teaching and the stuff. So that's kind of where I'm at. So we'll see what happens tomorrow morning, bright and early on Monday morning. But anyway, so that gets back to my thumbnail. Whoa, I'm touching things I shouldn't be touching. That gets me back to my thumbnail. And I say help wanted. I'm actually in a position right now, if there's anybody out there that really wants to learn wood fire pizza, wants to live in the Caribbean, I can offer you a package deal. We have this apartment. You can have all these fish tanks. Do I sound like Lucas? You can have this whole apartment, all these fish tanks as is, whatever you want, whatever you don't want, I will remove from the apartment. And you can have the position, and I will train you to work with Naples style pizza dough, brick oven pizza dough, and a brick oven pizza, an electric oven, actually, that's pretty sophisticated, that cooks at about 850 to 900 degrees Fahrenheit. Pretty cool stuff. But I don't want this job. I want to be up there with Amber. So whoever would like this, they could have the combo deal, because one of the problems with finding employees is that I cannot. They don't have housing. There's nowhere to live, especially after Irma. There's nowhere to live. So I'm at a point now where, I'm thinking about it. I was like, how can I make this work? I could actually bring in a pizza chef or someone that wants to do this from the States, and you get the apartment. I mean, you have to pay for your rent, but I would be able to, there's an apartment next door that's for rent right now as well. So there's actually 2 units right now that are available. Mine's a little nicer. If you're a fish nerd, you can have all the fish tanks and the racks and everything comes with it. I will give that all to you if you just come take the job from me so I can go to Amber. That's really where I'm at, kind of, too. It's like the sooner I can find someone to fill this position and they're comfortable and I can walk away, the better for everybody. So that's really what I'm looking for in this situation. So put the word out there, Deanna. If you know anybody, send them my way. There's some guy named Dave that just came back on island that I've been told about that's interested in pizza. And I posted on Facebook. I'm trying to find this guy. I want him. I'm ready to poach anybody from any restaurant on this island. I will pay you more money than whatever you're getting. I will pay you more. Anyways, okay, I'll relax. But that's what the thumbnail's about. That's really what's on my mind right now. It's nothing to do with fish. Trying to find someone to fill this pizza chef job. It's pretty sweet. It's a pretty sweet job. It's not a bad job. It's pizza. The whole restaurant is just pizza, charcuteries, and salad. I mean, it's a pizza kitchen. It's not a full restaurant. It's a bar with a pizza kitchen. So there's no range. There's no vent hood. It's just the pizza. The only vent is for the pizza oven. There's no range. None of that. It's very simple. So anyways, let's see what we got. How would you new entrepreneurs solve the employee housing problem? What I would do to solve the problem, and I told the owner of the restaurant, because he does have a lot of money, I told him to buy a house here, buy a 2 to 4 bedroom kind of like apartment building, and clean it up, make it nice, and just maintain that, and have his staff be able to stay there. His main important staff, some of his major managers, chefs, maybe his like head bartender, bar manager, whatever. They're really, quality people, and he brings them in from the States. You put those people up in that house, And of course, you can take that out of their pay a little bit. You can cut some of that out of their pay, so you're getting some money back. But that's what I recommend. Like Nantucket and other islands up north, a lot of the restaurants and hotels actually supply housing for their employees. So that would be the best thing to do. Yes, who wants to trade lives with me? You can live here in the Caribbean. You can be a pizza chef, have all these tanks. Please come and take it from me. It's really cool. The job's really cool. You don't have to have this apartment. I mean, if you find something better, you can get out of here. But I mean, this looks really nice on camera the way it is. It's not. It's a little rough around the edges, but it works. Especially as like a fish nerd, I can deal with a little bit of a rough edges. What do we got here? Let me check out the chat. I'm just totally chilling today, you guys. I'm just happy to hang out with you because it has been a rough couple of weeks. There's definitely been some pressure. There's been some pressure on me lately with the restaurants, so it really makes it hard for me to want to film or have extra time. I've been working late, and I've definitely been under pressure to put a lot of this down on paper. That's pretty much what I'm doing, is pretty much writing this restaurant on paper mostly. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Let's see. What do we got? I'm getting texts from Amber. She's not in the chat, but she's texting me right now. I don't know. She's sending me pictures of free tanks, but it's cracked. I don't know. I'm like, okay, but it's cracked. She's doesn't care. It's still exciting. Let's see here. What do you got going on? What's everybody doing? Oh, and Deanna, the guppies that I have are doing really good. The guppies that I got from you are doing pretty good now. I put them through a few weeks of quarantine. They definitely had some worms and stuff being out there in the wild like that. They definitely had some things going on, but they're looking better now. That's for sure. We could switch over here and check out the tank view real quick of the blue tetra. These are blue tetra fry. Actually, they're like half of these are fry now. They're becoming adolescents, and most of the stuff needs to get to amber. So we're getting to this point here very shortly. This stuff's going to get pretty intense, where I'm going to be moving, like working really hard at this restaurant probably, and at the same time starting to ship everything. Most of the racks are ready for me and cycled in Vermont for all of the fish that I have here. I'm going to start moving everything that way, and these blue tetras will be part of that. I believe the blue tetras here are actually those blue tetras are going to probably fly. I've been thinking about that, and it's a little bit better to just fly them. So anything that's kind of critical or really special is going to actually get flown there on the plane as carry-on. So I'll probably take this tank and cut it up into 2 bags, put some polyfill, whatnot, and just a large styrofoam box, and that will be my carry-on. And just go up to Vermont, visit Amber for a few weeks. Yeah, probably. But for like a few days, and drop some fish off and come back and deal with some more stuff. And that's probably going to be the plan, going back and forth. And I keep seeing Deanna Somerville in the chat, and I think she's going to be helping me a little bit. I will need a little bit of help. I mean, it's not going to be crazy, but every now and then I'm going to be going back and forth. But things like the eel, like Elliot really does need to be flown. I don't want him to go. I don't want them to be shipped. And then these tetras to me are very special. I think I'm one of the only people in North America right now that are breeding them in captivity. And to have this many of them and to be having them this happy right now, I'm going to fatten them up. I'm going to fatten them up on live baby brine shrimp, good healthy diet, and then, give them a little fasting for a day or so, and they're going to go right on the plane with me. Or with Amber. She might fly down here. I might have her come down here for a weekend so she can hang out and see the islands, and I'll send her home with 2 or 3, 4 bags of fish, and we'll just go. I think a lot of these fish will probably actually just go on as carry-on. And now that I think about it, because I do not have an insane amount of stuff going on right now. I've really I haven't taken on anything new, and I'm for a good reason because I know what's going on here. So, it shouldn't be too crazy. It's more about getting rid of all the stuff that I have. I got a lot of stuff. I got more stuff than I've had in like 20 years. I pretty much lived out of a backpack for many years. My 20s when I was living here, I was very much a little bit of a vagabond, and I very nomadic, and I did not have very much at all. But I definitely come from a family of borderline hoarders, to be completely honest. So I'm really good about collecting things and keeping really cool stuff that I find in a garbage can sometimes. You'd be like, oh, that's cool. I know I can do something with that. I don't know what exactly, but one day I'll be able to do something with that. And I'll take it home. And then it'll sit in the corner for 2 years, and then I'll realize, okay, maybe I need to throw it out now. That kind of stuff. Okay, you picked up the free 90-gallon aquarium, and then your Petco manager called you and offered... Okay, right. Okay, that was it. Superficial damage under the frame, under the top frame. Yes, you're not putting water in that, though. You're not putting water. I mean, we can make that a paludarium. Ooh, I got this paludarium idea, and I don't want to tell anybody about it yet. And Amber doesn't like it, and that makes me like it even more. I'm going to find a place in the house. She says there's no place for this thing. She has no idea what... She has no idea. I have an idea for a paludarium. Something crazy. Totally crazy. And it's so crazy that I want to do it just to do it. Just to do it. Yeah, anyways. Pull crap, you're not putting water in that. It's cracked. The glass, it's going to... I don't want to hear about it. I'm not cleaning it up when it's all over the floor. It's all you. It's holding water. It's going to hold water until it doesn't hold water anymore. For the price of an aquarium, it's not worth it to me. Something like that, a cracked tank, really in the end, it's not worth it. Just not if you live in the United States and you can go to Petco and you have other options. To me, it is not worth it at all. Just get another tank. Use it for something else. Do some immersed. We can do some emergent growth with plants. So now that Amber is here, Amber, could you please give us the update and the rundown of all of the talks that you will be doing over the next week or so before the big fish deal? Because you got a lot of stuff coming up. Corvus, what is up, man? I saw your comment on the video. Yeah, I agree with you, Joel. I agree with you. We're not going to get into it, but I totally agree with you. It's a contract job. I've got 7 more weeks out of an 8-week contract, and it's a contract, so it's over. I don't have to be there forever. That's the exciting part. I get to be with Amber in 8 weeks. But I totally agree with you, Joel, here and now on my channel, and I know what you're talking about, and I totally get it. But they gave me a $32,000 pizza oven, and it's really hard for me to say no to working with that when I know how to make really good dough and make really good pizza with it. So it's gonna be one last hurrah in the pizza world there with that thing, and I'm gonna take the money and run. It's good to see you here, Joel. Good to see you here. So Amber, give us a rundown. You've got a couple of talks. You're doing the GCCA, maybe, sort of. That was kind of up in the air. I don't know. Yeah, get to moving. I'm ready to be up there. I don't care about the snow or nothing like that. Everybody's like, oh, you're not gonna be able to handle it. You're gonna be whining and crying. I might whine and cry a little bit, but when you have a fish house that you live in that's 82 degrees, I think I'm okay. I think I'll be all right. I will just stay in the basement with the pothos and the fish. I'll be all right. I got this, man. Amber, where's Amber? Is she driving? What is your schedule? I can't keep track of all the stuff you do, Amber. You're all over the place. But she does. I know that there's the GCCA, and then there's 2 different fish clubs that you're doing. That's the Haley's Fish Club there. What was that one? The CCAC on the 5th, Thursday the 5th in Indianapolis, right? And then, okay, what do we got here? Indiana, Circle City Fish Club, unofficially. Might do one in Chicago at the GCCA. Still haven't nailed it down. Okay. All right. Okay, fish house tours and meetups. Aha. Ooh, what did she say? What was Gianna asking about? Salt in the ponds? She's talking about putting salt in there for medication. You know what? If she's saying salt can't hurt, a little bit of salt cannot hurt. To be completely honest, Deanna, you can't really go wrong with a little bit of salt. And with the amount of rain that we have lately, with the amount of rainwater, most of that stuff, especially the one underneath your house, that it's getting rainwater, that one under the house there. Yeah, a little bit of salt, like especially if you use marine salt or even just sea salt. Go with like real straight up sea salt from the grocery store, and a little sprinkle of that in those tubs is not a bad idea at all. Now that you mention it, just to kind of balance things out. It's good for the fish too, because guppies really like hard water, so they can definitely handle that, and it will definitely help protect their slime coat and things like that for sure. Bob Kaler, how are you? Good to see you here in the chat. It's good to see you here. Zen Ginger, welcome to the stream. John, how are you? Good to see you here. I turned off the AC for this so that I can close the blinds behind me, and it's nice and black over here, and it looks good and all that. And the price that I pay for that is that it's getting hot in here. Whew. Anyways, I really look forward to being... Oh, Susie Q Aquatics, how are you? Good to see you here. But no, I definitely look forward to being up there in Vermont. Amber is doing a really awesome job of putting together things in the house there. She's got we've talked about it a lot. I mean, we kind of put it together on the phone, but she's doing a lot of the work right now. At least when it comes to prepping the rooms, just getting the place clean, kind of nesting and painting the walls and laying things out. And I have to say, I'm really proud of her. I really appreciate all of her hard work. She's very passionate about fish keeping and about pursuing this at the level that we both want to. It's a passion project, and I think it's really beautiful. It's awesome to see it all come together. It's really cool. What I like about the basement is how it was a kitchenette at one point in the middle. So the middle will be a lab space, and then there'll be fish rooms on either side of that. And we got the okay to put a greenhouse in the backyard, and there's already 9 raised beds at the end of the yard in the backyard. So 9 raised beds just for gardening. So we plan on doing that, and then taking some large Rubbermaid containers and raising those, elevating those if we can, maybe with some 4x4, like a little 4x4 frame or something, elevating those tubs or pumping it. I might not even elevate them. I might just pump it out, but I wanted to irrigate those 9 raised beds with the water from, this is actually Amber, she's going to jump on me. She's like, that was my idea, but it was her idea. I don't want to get in trouble for that. It was her idea to irrigate those 9 raised beds with the the recycled water from those grow out tubs, from those large Rubbermaid grow out tubs. So that's going to be cool. I like the idea of doing that. And I like the idea of having a greenhouse in the backyard where you can pretty much come right out of the basement, from the basement fish room and fish lab, and go right up through some cellar doors and have a greenhouse in the backyard where you could have grow out tubs and just have, that'd be I'm so stoked. I'm so stoked. And yes, there's pothos everywhere. Pothos, philodendron, and palms everywhere at this point. Definitely going to be a really expensive electric bill. I definitely look forward to a pretty expensive electric bill. Let's see here. So yeah, she's heading out on the road soon, and I hope she drives safe, because she's got a long few drives ahead of her, and I know she loves to be out on the road, and I know she loves to drive all over the place, but at the same time, I have to be honest, it does kind of stress me out, because living on an island, I walk everywhere. I don't even have a car right now. So when I get in the States, even on the interstate, is a pretty intense experience for me a little bit. I feel like I've been isolated for a long time, but it's just intense. It's a lot of like cars. I'm just like, this is a death trap. It's like, it doesn't make sense to me. It's like I'm between a bunch of heavy pieces of metal, and we could all just collide and be dead. And I don't know. I'm gonna be okay. I will get used to it. I will get used to the interstate. I will get used to driving again. I used to drive a Ford Probe on the interstate to work every day when I used to have like a corporate job. I'd be going 90 miles in, down the interstate trying to get to work on the loop. I used to do that when in my 20s, but I know I'll be fine. It's just I've been far removed from the big city life for a long time, and then it looks like Mr. Lucas is ready to come down here. So, he's not taking my apartment. He needs a lot more room than this. He's been searching all over the place. He's been down here a couple of times visiting, and so we'll see what happens with all that. It's interesting that we're like switching spots at this point. Maybe sort of. We'll see how it all goes. Oh, you're going to let me take credit? Thank you, Amber. Oh, you're so sweet. So sweet, so sweet. Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to the big fish deal. It's gonna be a fun one. It is gonna be a fun one. I look forward to doing this demonstration. It's pretty cool to me too, to not just be doing a demonstration at an event for pretty much the first time, really, to be doing some kind of a public thing besides doing the YouTube booth, the FishTube booth, or anything like that. But to actually be on stage or doing a demonstration with my girlfriend, with my significant other. I think that's pretty cool. I really do. I think it's a pretty cool deal. Oh yeah, I forgot to say that we have Tesla Powerwalls in the house. I mean, we are renting, but it's still pretty cool to have Tesla Powerwalls. So, yeah, I forgot about that. So yeah, never mind about the electric bill. We're heating the house with solar. Wow, that's right. I forgot about the Tesla walls. It's a pretty cool deal, actually. I like this. I'm liking this even more now that I think about it. Yeah, the Tesla walls. Good stuff. The big thing for me, too, is getting all my plants back. Between all of the aquariums here, I probably have about 60 different species of aquatic plants, and they're really important to me. And I want to make sure that everything gets back. They'll be pretty easy in a way, but it's just going to be a lot of bagging of plants, really big light boxes. I got to figure out like the best sizes. I'm probably going to go with like flat rate boxes and just cram plants in and send them priority and just... I might even walk with that stuff too. Put it on the plane as much as I can. Anytime Amber comes down here to visit, because I will be having her down here in the next couple of months a few times for sure. And when she comes down, I'm sending her out of here with bags of fish, boxes of fish, anyways, a box of fish, and she can stuff plants in all of the extra little spots in her luggage, and take everything back. And within the next 2 to 3 months, I plan on being out of this apartment within the next 3 months and being in Vermont. That's the plan. What's the real questions, William Jansen? What's the real questions? Jeez. A camping area yet? Oh, in the backyard. Yeah, we need to do a camping. We need to make like a little eco campground in the backyard. I'm telling you, I feel like an eco campground bed and breakfast. We'll put like yurts in the backyard, and it'll be like a fish keeping eco campground kind of makerspace. I'm not making fun of you, Joel. I'm just saying I'm not at all. I'm not, because that's something I think is awesome, and I would love to be involved in something like that. But no, yeah, we've been joking about the idea of little yurts or tents in the backyard there. And little not Amber. She thinks it's horrible. I think it's great. Let's do it. We'll make a little eco. That's what Lucas should do. He should buy land in St. Croix and make a like fish keeper kind of exclusive like eco campground thing. I mean, it could be for anybody, but probably get a lot of fish keepers come down and see his fish farms and get to stay in the little cottages and a tropical place with fruit and trees and stuff everywhere. It's not a bad idea. Probably make more money off of that than the fish. I worry about shipping fish back to the States. I've had a lot of problems with it, and I just worry about that. I think that it's definitely something, it takes a lot of perfecting to get that down. Period. It takes a lot of perfecting to get shipping livestock down. But to do it from here, it's definitely a challenge. And I'm over that challenge for sure. I love breeding fish, and I love selling the livestock that I breed, and sharing that with other people that are passionate about it, and shipping it, but not from here anymore. It's just way too much stress for me. I hate seeing, getting pictures of dead, because, you ask for pictures at DOAs and you got to look at a picture of dead fish. That's not fun. I don't like, I feel bad for the people receiving it, and I feel bad for the fish, and then I have to go back and refund somebody or fix it. And it definitely is a technique, and there's some talent behind properly shipping fish. I think it takes a little love and care, that's for sure. Let's see. I can't seem to read today. I'm trying to read. It seems like half the questions here for Amber, not me. Amber should have gone live with me today. I was trying to get her to go live with me for a second, and I didn't know what was going on. And I actually worked right up until I had to be home to do the stream. I was working, helping a friend out at his property, just a little project I promised I would help him with for weeks now. And I finally went and helped him. I made this like faux thatch roof for a display thing that he has or whatever. So it was really cool, little faux thatch roof. I don't know, I thought I had a picture of it. Anyways, yeah, so I was doing that right up until the very end, and I didn't even think I was going to make it to do the stream. And I told Amber she can just stream at my time if she wants. Just take my spot for the day anyways, because she's got a lot of cool stuff to show off at the house, that's for sure. She's been trucking along with some racks. She's got some nice racks up. I have no problem with plants. I bring stuff back and forth all the time. I'm in the United States. I'm in a territory of the United States. If anything, they have no idea. If anything, they are completely uneducated. The people within the TSA, as far as I'm concerned, and the people in the United States Customs, from my experiences, I've moved a lot of plants through in my luggage, and I've declared them, and I let them look at them, and they take them and they walk out into they take the bag, and I always put the Latin name of the plant on the bag, and then I put a really high price tag on it too, because I do it as I'm telling you that I'm going to be honest that I kind of lie. I put like a big price tag on there, like $50 for like some spiralis, and I'll have the name there, Vallisneria spiralis, and they take the plants back to the office for a minute, and then they always come back and they're like, okay, thank you very much, sir. Here you go. Because they're like, for one, I feel like putting the price tag on there lets them know that like I did buy these and I spent money on them and they're of value, and this is legitimate. And I don't know. I feel like that might help. Either way, I always put the Latin name on, and I never seem to ever have a problem. I've never had them take a plant from me, even dried botanicals, anything. I always declare it though. I always let them know I've got these plants, live plants, aquatic plants for the, ornamental aquarium hobby, blah, blah, blah. And they're just, usually I could tell they're completely uneducated. If anything, I could probably bring something illegal through, and they wouldn't know. They just wouldn't know unless they really took the time to type that Latin name into a computer or something and look it up. But I'm telling you, I don't think they really do that most of the time. I wouldn't do anything wrong, though. I mean, even living here, I'm very, very, very cautious about, what water goes down my toilet and things like that, what plants might end up down my toilet, because I do not want to, cause a problem here environmentally with some species of plant in the wild somehow that just clogs up and, destroys a waterway or something. I definitely think about that and take that into consideration for sure. Let's see who we got up in here. We got James is up in here. We got Old Man Soul, Plants, what's up? What's up, Sharpies, Models and Aquatics? But there's definitely, you got to think about that. Yeah, I mean, I haven't had any problem with fish or plants at all, but part of it I think it's just because I'm in the United States. What's up, Papa Shrimp? How are you? Are you going to be at the Big Fish Deal? Who in the chat right now is going to be at the Big Fish Deal? I'm flying out of here on the 12th for that, and I cannot wait. I cannot wait for that one. That one's going to be fun. Like I said, I'd really look forward to doing like a public demonstration for the first time ever like that. That's going to be fun. And it's going to be a Blackwater scape, which is really cool too. That's my thing, as you know. I love my Blackwater aquascapes and my Blackwater tanks. So, and it would, you know, there's no one else that I would rather be doing it with than Amber. So it's going to be really awesome to share that with her, share that experience, and put that tank together. I'm sure it's going to look really cool. We still are not set on what I'm going to stock it with. That'll be the surprise, what we decide to stock the tank with. So we'll see what happens with that one. Let's see here. Amber may bring something, or I might bring something. We'll figure that out. Yeah, the tank. What goes in there will be, yes, that sounds like a good one. Or betas, wild beta fish, killifish, or I don't know. If I'm doing a Blackwater scape, I definitely would like to do something that's more significant of like an South American Amazon Blackwater scape, Blackwater biotope. I mean, I wanted to go with some more of a South American. What I would really like to see is a Pistos, an escape, or a little bit more of a smaller, like a true nanofish, a schooling nanofish, a nice little group of them. That would be nice. And maybe some Corydoras with some nice soft sand at the bottom. Anyways, giving away the scape. Wow. Anyways, we have no idea what we're going to do. We're going to figure it out. It will come together. Thank you, William Jensen, for throwing all the links. You are killing it as a moderator. I appreciate all your support there, man. I really do. It means a lot. Chevy Fish, how are you? Good to see you here. Haley says she will do a video later. I need to be putting out a video. I need to film more. I've got some stuff to edit even right now, and it's just been... The restaurant's stressful because as a consultant, I am kind of on call in a way. I'm doing a full-time thing here, so I'm kind of like on a salary, so I'm kind of on call. So it's one of the things where I've devoted the next 7 weeks to this, and they could have me there until 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning for the most part. In some cases, you know, I might have to, you know, ask for, you know, charge for some extra, you know, for extra events, special events. I can charge on top of my contract, but you know, things like that are going to be going on. They're going to suck me dry, I'm sure, for the next 7 weeks, but I can't wait for it to be over. And it's really cool that I get a little reprieve here in the middle, and I get to go away to the Big Fish Deal for a second and get away from this restaurant. And it's in the contract, so they can't stop me. They can't get mad at me. They can't really fire me based on that. So I really look forward to getting out of here and getting to hang out with Amber for a little while and get to see some of you guys there as well. That will be fun. There's a few people up in here for sure. They're going to be there. I know that. I'm sure Haley's going to be there. I know Amber will be there with me. There will be, I think John, but I thought John was going to, no, not John. Let's see. Who else? Mr. B? I don't know who's all going to be there, but it's going to be cool. Old Man Soul, you live on St. Croix. That was sweet. I used to work on St. Croix and live here. I used to work on the William and Punch property, and I'd fly back and forth every week. So I was on Cape Air. I flew twice a week back and forth. Lived 3 days on this island and 3 days on another island. I did that for 3 or 4 months. Pretty crazy lifestyle, that's for sure. It is getting hot in here. Whoa, it's getting hot in here. Wait a minute. By the way, we're also doing a domestic beta tank demo. Forgot to tell me about it or ask. Yes, most definitely did. But I'm okay. I got that. So doing two scapes. You did give me. I remember you saying something about how we might be doing two demos, but I don't know what you need. I don't know what I need to be there for this beta related tank demo. That's kind of your thing. Not really my thing. Not really my thing. I like to take some credit for Blackwater. I like my Blackwater. That's something that's near and dear to my heart. But I feel like I don't think I can help you with that, with the beta. I mean, I can be there as moral support, emotional support. I can hand you things. If you need rocks and sticks, I will bend over and get them for you. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I'm gonna watch you do it. Oh boy, Nocturnal Aquarius, what's up, man? I hope you're doing well. So keep in mind, HC Aqua, Jesse's going to be going on right after me from down in Hawaii, or over in Hawaii on the other side of the continental U.S. So check out his stream here right afterwards at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Don't miss that. And of course we got Suzy Q Aquatics tonight, as well as Aqua Funk on top of that at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Don't miss those streams. As far as I know, that's all going live as planned. Sorry to hear about that, Ginger. Yeah, the dad probably got to him. Or even if the female gets stressed, I've seen the female will eat the fry. If she gets stressed or feels threatened, she'll take them. She'll eat them herself. Actually, that's one thing that I look forward to breeding some more of. I like my Apistos. I've really, after being in Peru, I definitely have fallen in love with dwarf cichlids, South American dwarf cichlids, and I know that Amber's putting together a little bit of a collection there. I think she's actually doing a talk on Apistos in the next week or so. So I'm definitely looking forward to working with the Apistos because they're just cool. I like their character. I like the way that they act, the way that they swim, and yeah, pretty cool stuff. So we'll see what's up with all that. I know she's got about 5 different species or 6 different kinds of Pistos right now. You need a pretty face up there with you? Aw, you're so sweet. Aw. Animal Life 5G, how are you? Welcome to the stream. Alright, you guys. Anybody got any crazy questions? Any fish-related questions? I've never bred cardinal tetras, but I'd have to say I would go with a leaf litter tank. If I was going to try to do cardinal tetras right now with the little bit that I feel like I know compared to a lot of people that I do know breeding fish, I would say I would go with the leaf litter like infusoria tank and have some java moss of some kind in there in a few different spots, so like 2 or 3 different clumps of java moss, and I would spawn a small group in there for a day or so and then remove the tetras and wait and wait and wait and wait. Usually early mornings they will spawn. I've definitely seen my neon tetras spawning before. I wasn't able to collect the eggs. They ended up eating the eggs or other fish in the tank because it was a community tank. But they really liked the they definitely like having some kind of plants, kind of like java moss or shoot, what am I thinking of? Even like hornwort, something like that. But they prefer stuff that's closer to the bottom of the tank, not at the top. From my experience, they like to lay their eggs within like plants and stuff, within green stuff, at the bottom of the tank. That's at least neon tetras. That's how they were working for me. I never got fry out of them. Like I said, I could see the eggs, and I saw the whole thing going down. But before I could even get to these eggs or try to get them out of this community tank, the other fish were on it. It's one of those things people don't realize that, like, so many fish that they probably have. You know, if you got a community tank, you probably have fish breeding. The other fish are just eating the eggs. William Jansen's retracting retracting stuff. I'm starting to sweat up in here. I probably next week I'm just gonna leave the AC on. I think I'm gonna leave the AC on. I'm starting to cook over here. The tanks are fine. It was really interesting because when Lucas was visiting, he didn't like how cold it was in here, and he had me open up the windows. He had me turn the AC off. He had it so hot in here because, like, he's used to it because he's living more tropical than we live here in a way. Because, I mean, if you've got the money to have air conditioning, most people here, we're living in an ooh, crazy cat outside. We're living in air conditioning most of the time. We're trying to combat the 82 degrees that it is outside year round. So it's really interesting, the difference, you know, because he was here and he's like, open up the windows, AC was off, it was hot in here. I was having to get used to it. I was sweating for the first like day or so until I kind of got used to that warmer deal, and I'm feeling I'm gonna have to deal with that in the house there, but that's fine. If I get too hot in the house, I can always go outside, work in the garden or something. I don't know, it'll all work out. Anyways, well, I really wish I could be at some of these talks, see Amber do some of these talks, especially the talk on apistogrammas. That would be really cool. Be really cool to be there for the ride, just to, you know, be her companion for the road trip and get to hang out and get to see her do her thing. I really am very proud of her for, you know, doing this stuff. You know, it's a big deal, and it's to me, it's a lot. It takes a lot of courage to get up on stage in front of everybody and talk for half an hour, 45 minutes. I mean, this is kind of chill. I feel like I know half of you, most of the people in this chat I know personally, have met in person. Kyle Boise is another one. Good to see you here, man. Good to see you. And yeah, it's a little different. But I'll tell you what, the other night when I was doing pizzas for this party, all these people walked in on me all at once, and I had all these people standing around the pizza line, and they're all watching me cook. Ooh, that was a little intense because I wasn't really ready for that. It was like really being on stage and people I don't know. You know, it's different when people know you, but when it's a bunch of people that don't know you and they're all staring at you and you feel like they're judging you maybe and they're just eyeing what you're doing, it's a little intimidating. It was definitely intimidating, but after a little while, I got comfortable. Thank you again, William, for throwing out the links there, and thank you for throwing out the GoFundMe for Tracy. You're killing it, William Jansen. I appreciate helping me out with all that. And yeah, I definitely appreciate you putting out that link for Tracy's GoFundMe. Let's see here. Chevy Fish. No, I enjoy talking to groups of people. I definitely enjoy that. It's just it depends on what it is. If it's something that if you know about, if it's something you really know about and you have experience with, I feel like it's a lot easier because you can just get into your zone. You get into your subject matter and you're passionate about it, so you get really pumped up and you get into it, and it all starts to flow. It starts to work out. It's always just like that first 5 or 10 minutes at least, where you're just trying to, get used to the whole crowd and all the different eyes that are on you. But once you get past all the people and you get into your subject matter, it all kind of, I feel like everybody kind of goes away for a minute there. What's up, Papa Harden? He's back in the chat. He's gone for a little bit. See him back in the chat. Good to see you here, Dad. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're healing up well. I'm back in this I'm here for got the last 10 minutes. Last 10 minutes just chilling. Any other questions about anything going on? I am hustling to get some content out. I do have some time tonight. I definitely need to go through here. I could do a simple fish room tour through here. I kind of have some content, but for me, I try to put a little bit more work into it. I want to have my props together. I want to have my stuff planned out. I like to put some stuff on paper. I just feel like if I'm gonna edit something and I'm gonna take that much time and energy into it, I might as well think it out a little bit. It's crazy how things work. Like, you can go on Instagram, and I took a picture of leaves 2-3 weeks ago. Got 1,000 views. A picture of almond leaves on the ground got 1,000 views. And then I could sit here, film, edit, stay up all night, make a thumbnail, SEO, everything, and get 600 views. I'm just like, it's brutal. Brutal. Yeah, Dad, I hope you're doing well. I should give you a call. I guess I'll let you know about this contract, but I'm into this contract job thing, doing a restaurant, consulting, and I got to come visit you too soon. Maybe I'll bring Amber with me. We'll come harass you. And see what's going on with all the animals you got running around that house. We'll escape a tank. That's what we're going to do. There we go, Amber. We'll go raid my dad's house, and we're going to escape one of the tanks that he's got in the living room that he's not doing anything with. It's like sitting there. He's just got a tank sitting in the living room. I'm sure he's got a tank sitting in the living room that needs our love. We're going to go in there like one of those reality shows, like Gordon Ramsay or something. We're go into the house. We're going to do a fish tank makeover. Oh, I love this idea. Amber, we got to grab this one. We got to run with this. Fish tank makeovers. Go to people's houses and do makeovers on their fish tanks. We won't yell at them like Gordon Ramsay, though. What were you thinking? Plastic plants! Anyways. Woo! Alrighty. I'm losing it. I'm going to go hit the grocery store. I'm going to go find myself a nice piece of meat. Probably get some kale. Roast some potatoes. That's always my go-to. A nice piece of meat, some kale, and roasted potatoes. Not bad. Let's see. That's an idea there. That's more than an idea. We need to do that, Amber. We're gonna go visit my dad. We're gonna set him up with a freshwater scape. We're gonna break him into the freshwater world of aquatic plants and fish. We're gonna turn him into a freshie. All right, you guys, do not miss everything else coming up here. I don't see Jesse. I guess he's probably getting ready, taking care of the family, doing dinner, or probably not dinner. Probably coming home from work. I'm not sure how he's way earlier than all of us, everybody in the U.S., and way ahead of me. He's like 6 hours ahead of me, I think, 5 or 6 hours ahead of me. But don't miss Jesse from HC Aqua. I keep playing with these things. I can't help it. Don't miss Jesse. He's coming up next here in about 10 minutes. Jesse from HC Aqua down there in Hawaii. He's got a lot of cool stuff going on in his house. He's got fish tanks all over his carport, all over his backyard, grow out tubs, all kinds of floating aquatic plants and different kinds of guppies. And he even has stuff for sale as well. He's lurking. Getting ready for a stream, I'm sure. All right. Okay, you've got a nice 90-gallon salt. You want to tear it down and make it fresh. All right, we got that. We put it all on the internet. Well, we got to get there, Amber. We got to get there. We'll show up. Me and Amber will show up with plants and substrate. We'll come prepared. We'll come with hardscape, driftwood. We'll come with tissue cultures. All right, 90 gallons would be a really sick. That would make for a nice, sick freshwater, nice water column for freshwater. Put a nice light on that. And we do a nice, thick substrate with a sand cap. It would be sweet, super sweet. Got to do the sand cap. That's why we got to get there, Amber, before he gets too far ahead of us. We got to get there and get that deep substrate going with the sand bed, with the sand cap. Anyways, all right, you guys. I'm sorry for not making content lately, the last couple of weeks. I know it's going to be like this on and off for the next 2 months a little bit, but there's a light at the end of the tunnel. This is all for a good reason. That's what I keep telling myself. It's all for a good reason. And it all is working out pretty good. Everything seems to be working out pretty smoothly. It's definitely going to be a little hectic moving plants and fish and stuff to the United States, but not that horrible, especially if most of it goes on the plane. It'll be an excuse for to have Amber come and visit here, and for me to go up there and visit. We'll both take some turns going back and forth when the tickets get a little bit cheaper here. And yeah. Let's see here. William Jets to throw out the link for the Instagram. I need to hustle up on that Instagram. Y'all gotta check out Amber's Instagram. Oh, there he goes. There you go. Speaking of it, throwing that out there too. Amber's Instagram. She's been posting a lot of cool stuff. She's definitely been posting up content about what's going on in the house there and the fish house. We're just gonna call it the fish house. There's no other name for it at this point. Gonna figure that out. We'll get there. We'll get there. Then it's not the Jamber House. That just sounds, I don't want to say what it sounds like to me, but anyways, I don't want to be rude. But anyways, let's see. Just looking to see if there's any questions up in here. You guys don't miss all the other chats going on as well. So you're going to have Jesse from HC Aqua coming up next. And then you're going to have Susie Q from, Susie from Q Aquatics. She's going to be doing her stream at, what is that, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right? I'm totally off now. I think I'm off. 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is going to be Aquafunk. So don't miss that as well. Aquaballs, how are you, man? Good to see you here. Everyone should thank you so much, James, for saying so. I think everybody in here is subscribed to me at this point. All the people chatting, at least. There might be some lurkers here, some newbies lurking around. Wilder Scotland, that looks like a new name there as well. How are you doing, Fish Fam? Let's see. Yeah, man, doing well. Thanks for popping in. Good to see you here. Yeah, we got Jesse and Susie, and then Aqua Funk coming up next. And yeah, we're gonna keep you guys posted. Hopefully Amber will be doing a stream soon of her own. I'm looking forward to that. She's been talking about it, so we'll see what happens with that. And I will definitely be probably gonna have her on with me next weekend, as long as I'm not stuck cooking at the restaurant. I think if I do have to end up working on a Sunday evening and I'm not able to do my stream, which it's at 6 o'clock my time here in the Caribbean, I'm probably gonna just pass my my spot off to Amber temporarily until I can reclaim it. So if I'm not streaming on a Sunday, more than likely Amber will be streaming at that 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's the goal we've been talking about, just depending on what's going on here, because just got to get through a few more weeks. I'm already got 1 week checked off. I'm down to 7 weeks. These people better hustle and hire some people for me to train, because things are going to move fast. We'll be down to 6 weeks, 5 weeks, 4 weeks. I'll be halfway done. And, they're paying me incrementally. So once the funds start coming in, I can really stop sweating. I can stop sweating a little bit financially and make some serious moves. I'm looking forward to that. I look forward to Vermont. I look forward to some sharp cheddar cheese and some maple syrup. And that's what I'm talking about. And Amber, of course, Amber. Let's see what else is going on here. Any other questions from anybody? Oh, it's about 7 o'clock right now. It's that time. I should have to go ahead and get out of here. Thank you, Dad, for popping in. It's good to see you here. And Amber, probably going to catch up with you before you hit the road. But if we don't, for some reason, talk, safe travels on the road there. Making your way to your first stop along the way there. William Jansen, thank you for all your help moderating, holding down the chat and throwing out all the links. I really do appreciate that. Thank you to all of you, all of my members here that are hanging out. Zen Ginger, Amber, William Jansen, Mr. B. I appreciate all your support as a moderator. Papa Shrimp, I appreciate you being a member as well to the channel. I appreciate you guys, and I definitely have to get some content out to you guys. I gotta get crazy on this. One of the problems with me right now is I have my card reader. I lost it, and it was totally my own fault. I lost my card reader for reading, taking stuff off of my camera, off the card, so that I can edit it. So it's one of my excuses for not editing lately, is I need to get a new SD card reader for my PC so that I can actually get this content off of the chips and edit it. So that's one of my excuses anyways. All right, you guys, go ahead and head over to HC Aqua. Go ahead and see Jesse over there. Give him a little bit of a hashtag JH Raid. It works for me. I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you guys have an awesome Sunday evening. Check out all the other streams. Spend some time with your families. Do some water changes. And, just enjoy this wonderful Sunday afternoon. And I hope you guys have an awesome work week as well. And remember, guys, keep your tanks clean, your fish fed, and have fun.